and I'm going to share my screen. So bear with me here for a moment. Okay, so now this is the advanced getting started training, and we're going to go into kind of what do we do as a brand partner. So I've already got started, I've gotten trained, I've gotten to Golden Ultimate, but now that I'm bringing on a team, how do I make sure that they are getting all the tools in their tool belt? How do I set them up for success? Because that is truly our biggest responsibility here. When somebody trusts us to join us, we want to make sure that we are absolutely respecting that position of trust, and we are getting them to their success as quickly as we possibly can. So this is what I do with my folks. Hopefully this is what you're doing with your folks. And if not, we're going to start doing it today. So first of all, upon enrollment, I would highly recommend that you sit down with your new folks and get them trained on boards. Boards is fantastic. It is something that we absolutely need, and we all need to use. And it also can be a little bit complicated when we're first using it, because it's new. We're learning a brand new program. And so I really like to be sitting next to somebody when they're getting started on boards. But if you can't, at the very least, I'm going to say a 2-screen Zoom. What does that mean? They've got a computer or an iPad or somebody else's phone where they're on the Zoom with you, and then they're able to work on their phone and do the activity and still look at your screen. So that's going to be the first thing. And then I truly want to schedule their entire first week's posts all at once. Why? Because that's probably the hardest thing they're going to do when they first get started. It's so scary. Like, this is how I feed my children. I am more committed to PartnerCo than anything. And when I was told by Brent Palmer that I needed to start making these posts, I got sweaty. I was nervous. I was so scared. And I'm all in. So you got to think, those brand new people, they need their hand held a little bit. And that is our job, to do that hand holding. So if we do that first week, guess what? Before they even have to think about making another slenderized post, they're making money. They're selling boxes. So then they're more excited to keep it up. So if you can do that first week with them, that is going to be huge. So what did that take? That means you've got to get them in professional mode, like we talked about in our basic getting started training. And we've got to get the boards all set up for them in order to have that happen. Next, I'm going to make sure that I invite them to our business groups, PartnerCo Nation, on Facebook and to Telegram. And then I'm going to make sure that they know about the IPA Zoom. That is such a game changer. And I know a lot of people work, and that can be a difficult one to get on. I'll tell you, not that I recommend, I don't want anybody in trouble at work, but an earbud, and if you got hair, flip it over and just listen. Even if you can't interact, if you can just listen in, that can be an absolute game changer for you. So that's upon enrollment. The minute I bring somebody into the fold, my goal is to get that done as quickly as humanly possible. Next step is once they start moving boxes. I'm going to say, once they start moving about 4 boxes, I'm going to talk to them about customer conversion and the process of that customer flow. So I'm going to go over this right here, and I'm going to walk them through what they're going to do each of those 4 weeks. And I'm going to add in here that on that week 2, what I really love to do and what is the most effective way to convert customers is I love for week 2 to be a phone call. And so I'm going to walk my customer or my brand partner through this, where I'm going to say, okay, on week 2 so we're going to set that reminder in your phone. And what you're going to do is you're going to go call, and I'm going to say, the customer's Mary Jo. I want you to call Mary Jo and say this to her. Okay, Mary Jo, tell me the good news. I'm so excited for you. How are you benefiting from these drops? And get some wins. And the minute that she says some wins, I'm going to say, hold on a second. I don't tell them why. This is another awkward moment in our business. And you know how I deal with awkward? I ignore it, right? You just skim right over it. all I'm going to say is hold on, and I'm going to three-way in my 2x2 person. Who's your 2x2? Anyone. It can be the person that got you started on the drops. It does not need to be an expert. It can be, you can use me. So text me if you need help with it. It can be really anybody in the organization that's just going to be your running mate for this conversation. And you're going to tell your customer, Mary Jo, hold on a second, and you're going to three-way in the other person. You bring him in, you'll say, Mary Jo, this is Andrea. She's actually the one that got me started on the drops, and I wanted her to hear your win. Andrea, Mary Jo lost 4 pounds. She's sleeping better. She has more energy. And then Andrea's going to say, it's kind of confusing because I used myself twice in this scenario, but I'm going to say, woohoo, congratulations, Mary Jo. I am so excited for you. Congratulations. Doesn't it feel good to feel good? Doesn't it feel good to have a tool in your tool belt that's helping you achieve your goals? Listen, I know you're going to want another box of drops because consistency is key here. So make sure that you ask about the $29.95 option. And you guys have a great day. And typically I'm going to jump off. But let's say you're brand new and you're not quite sure what to do at that point. You can then ask your 2x2. You could ask me and say, you know what, Andrea, would you mind walking her through that $29.95 option? And I'm going to say, absolutely. And at that point, you're going to go text them the slide deck presentation that you're going to find on boards. So super simple. You're going to go into boards. You're going to go to customer conversion tools. You're going to send over the slide deck presentation to their phone. Now, you're also going to open it up on your phone, and I'm going to have it on mine. And we will then walk them through that slide deck. And it's going to take us 4 minutes. I'm going to say, this is PartnerCo. They're the company that are behind the drops, and they're bringing it to the market. Next slide. They actually have over 100 different products. We're not going to talk about them today, but you just know that if you would complain about something over a cup of coffee, we'd probably have a product for it. Next slide. And the best thing about all of our products is they go through the same process. We have physician endorsements. We have our own scientific advisory board. And all I'm doing is reading off the slides, right? So all of the details that you need to share with them are going to be right there. So they're looking at it because most people are visual. I'm looking at it because it's my cheat sheet. You're looking at it, it's your cheat sheet. And we're all going to go through it together. And at the end, we're going to ask them, are they a 1, 2, or 3? Do they want to get just another box of drops from you? Do they want to pay $29.95, have it shipped directly to their home for a little bit of a discount? Or would they like to get one of our bigger packs, drop the cost even further, and even have some to share in order to get their product for free or maybe even make some money? Let them choose, we enroll them, and we move on. So that is our customer conversion process. Then once your brand partner has achieved Golden Ultimate, right? So as we discussed, that means that they have brought in 1,500 PV into their, excuse me, their personal volume, either through selling 10 packs and ordering them. Maybe they have some customers on different products, whatever that looks like. But when they have reached that level, I need to confirm that they have their subscription set up. So hopefully everybody here has their subscription already set up, and that's very, very simple to do. And I want to make sure that they have their direct deposit completed. All of this, both of those items are done at partner.co. Log in, go to your back office. Your subscription you're going to get to by clicking on the little truck. Direct deposit you're going to find by hitting the menu on the left, doing the drop down menu, and go to My Money. And just know that it is banking. So you're going to enter your banking information. You need to make sure that you choose 100% for the amount of the paycheck that you want. So I don't know about you, I want every penny that I earn. So you want to make sure that you put 100%, and you're going to hit submit. And then at the bottom, you're going to have to confirm that it's 100% before, and you're going to have to confirm. It is banking. So there are a couple different spots that you're going to have to confirm and submit and confirm and submit to make sure that you've got all of it done. And then we're going to teach them how to leverage their next order, because we don't want to order that fourth 10 pack of drops directly under them. we want to place that volume under somebody in their organization that they've personally sponsored in order to earn an extra $150. So that's a big part of our comp plan to maximize it. So we want to teach them how to do that. So that's as they are reaching gold and ultimate. And then as soon as my teammate starts getting a team, we want to show them how to check their orders, how to look at the volume report, how to reach out to their team to make sure that everybody's having the most success. So a couple of things that we can do here is, one, we want to help our hive thrive. So a lot of times if you're on a Zoom with Brent Palmer, he's going to talk about worker bees. And our goal is to grow an organization of worker bees. What's a worker bee? That's somebody that's posting twice a day, twice a day, twice a day. And that's going to help you achieve your goals. It's going to help you increase your income. Obviously, it's going to help them succeed and increase their income. But when it's your team, it's going to help you rank advance. It's help you grow to the next level. So we want to make sure that we're helping everybody to the best of our abilities. So the first thing would be to share this little start here. That's going to help them get boards and Telegram and plug into Partner Conation. So that's a big part of it. And then we want to help look at our team to find volume. And so we know where to place people as we're growing our organization. And so how do we find that? Well, we're going to log in to our back office at partner.co. And we're going to click the 3 lines in the upper left, and we're going to open up this menu. When we click at my money, that you'll see, that's where you'll set up your direct deposit with the Partner Copay. But we're also going to use it to look at our volume. And the volume report is going to look something like this. Most people are going to have 2 lines, but some people might have a third. But this report right here is going to tell us so much information. So first, let's say this is your organization. You go, I don't know where to place my next person. I'm going to call that pink line red. When you have one of your line, if you have at least 2 lines, if you don't, you're going to start your second line, right? First, you got to start your first, then you're going to start your second. But when you have 2, one is going to be red, and that is going to be your power line. I'm going to say red means stop. When you're placing, you want to place them in one of those green. See this green over here? Green means go. You're going to place in the line with the lower volume. And so it's super simple to see where to place your next person. You're going to say, okay, my line 2 is my power line. So I'm going to place my next person in my green line. Before you place anybody, you're going to check your volume report every single time, because as we're growing, these lines are going to flip flop back and forth. And you know, one week you're going to be placing in line 1, the next week you'll be placing in line 2. And as you're growing, it's just going to keep moving. It's going to be super dynamic. That's normal. That's great. So you just want to check there and make sure that you're placing it in the right spot. And then the second thing that this volume report is going to show us is that these are actually links. So when you're in there, you can click on them and you can see the orders that are taking place. So what I personally do is I sort them by order type. I'm looking for regular. So these are orders outside of people's auto ship or subscription. These are those 10 packs and 4 packs that they're getting of the drops. And it's going to let me know if my team is on track and if they're following the system of growth. So there's a couple of different things that I'm going to look at here. One, I'm going to look at their volume. Okay. So I see this PV, and like this one right here that says 576 is a little red flag. It's not bad, but it's something that I need to have a conversation with, because what I'm seeing here is they ordered a 10 pack and they ordered 1 individual box of drops. Is that a problem? No, they needed 11 boxes, but I know that that means that they spent $32 extra on that extra box of drops. So I just want to make sure that I'm reaching out to Aretha and I say, hey lady, I saw that you ordered, a 10 pack and an extra one. Just for next time, hold on to that extra order. Or let's see if we can at least get it in a 2 pack or a 4 pack. Is really where that discount kicks in, so that you're saving the most money that you can, so you can maximize your paycheck. So it's not a big deal, but I just want to coordinate with them. If I'm seeing a bunch of funky numbers, right? They're not divisible by 500, which would be a 10 pack, or they're not divisible by 208, which would be a 4-pack, then I know that maybe people have gotten a little bit of off track and they're not following the system of growth. So I need to reach out to them and make sure that they got the training that they need so that they can stay on track, so they can maximize their pay. The other thing that I'm going to look at here, and I want you guys to see this, is we've got, and I'm sharing my age. So when you look at these musicians here, you can tell that I'm pushing 50 just by the names. But right here, I've got Kate Bush, okay? And the email address, though, is Josh Smith. And I'm always going to look at this info, because what this means is that Josh most likely placed an order under Kate. So I want to write down Josh's name, because that's somebody that is not only moving product, but they're placing and they're helping their team. So this is somebody I want to make sure that's getting supported. In this instance, I don't want to call Kate right now because she's just getting started. She's not placing the orders. I want to support Josh in this moment. So I just compare the email address to their name, so I know that I'm reaching out to the right person. And then the next thing I look at is the striking distance report. Again, this is going to be in your main menu in your back office. And what it's going to look like is this. And again, you can see my name by our musicians over here, but I'm going to see where they are on their journey. I personally focus on week 3. If you're just getting started and you've never looked at this before, I would start with week 4, because we're critical. We only have 2 days until their period expires for them to lock in their business level. So you can look at any week, but I start as late as possible and I work my way back, because I want to make sure that nobody makes, slips through the cracks. So I personally do this every week. And so I look for week 3, because I know I've got a good week to work with them to help them achieve their goals. And I'm going to jot down a couple of different people. So if they're already ultimate, which is the goal, I'm going to jot down their name as ultimate, because I'm going to reach out to them and I'm going to congratulate them. If they're not quite there, so we've got Tina, she's elite. She needs 192 PV to get to ultimate. I'm going to jot her down and what she needs so I can call her and help support her. I might look at her social media, and if she's not posting twice a day, I'm going to encourage her to get back to posting and get back in a schedule. Maybe she needs a drop talk at her house. So I'm going to reach out to her and say, hey, would you like to have an event? I see you're super close. And I'm going to share the benefits of getting Gold and Ultimate, that they're going to maximize the comp plan for the life of their business, that this is a big deal, that it's going to allow them to maximize their match pay, which is a huge portion of our paycheck. Like, I'm going to sell them on Gold and Ultimate, and then I'm going to offer to support them. And so that's what I'm going to look at right here in the striking distance, so I make sure that everybody's being supported. And then I'm going to look to connect. And so this is weekly. These are the calls that I want to make. And you might be doing these even more frequently than that, depending on the size of your team. But I'm going to reach out to anybody on week 3 that's not ultimate yet. And I'm going to say, hey, lady, I see that you're 200 PV away from ultimate. Do you know what ultimate is going to do for you? And I'm going to get them excited about it, because maybe they can place another, 4-pack right then and there because they want it and they know they're going to sell it. Or maybe they've got some questions, whatever it may be. Then I'm also going to call anybody that has reached ultimate and I haven't even met them yet. I don't know them. I haven't congratulated them. So I want to reach out to them and I want to love on them. I want to celebrate them. That's a huge part of our community, and our goal here is to celebrate people as much as humanly possible. So if they've reached ultimate and I haven't loved on them yet, I want to make sure that I am loving on them. And then I'm going to offer them a drop talk. I'm going to say, oh my goodness, you've reached gold, you've reached ultimate. Congratulations. That's a great achievement. You have set yourself up for the life of your business. Have you put anything on the calendar yet? Would you love for me to come over? I can help support you for a drop talk. They're super easy, and I'm going to walk them through that. And then I'm also going to reach out to anybody that achieved gold and ultimate, and now they're ordering under other people. And I'm going to make sure that their business is being supported, that they've got, what are their goals? What are they trying to do here? And I'm going to make sure that I am a resource for them to help them achieve that. And then with that is the drop talks. And I'm going to say this. You don't need a big wig, right? Like a lot of these pictures, I've got Coach Palmer at the front of the room and he's speaking. I've got, Summer, and I've got other leaders from around the globe, Sarah, and they're coming in and they're doing drop talks. But guess what? You don't need that for a drop talk. A drop talk is so simple. What it looks like is I would, excuse me, I would explain it almost like a Super Bowl party. So you're going to invite people over to your home that have already started on the drops, or maybe people that expressed interest in the drops, but they haven't pulled the trigger yet. And they're going to come over to your house, and it's going to be a 30-minute easy peasy event. I speak to it in terms of babysitter hours. So I want somebody, if they've got young kids that they don't want to bring, I want them to only have to pay for 1 hour of babysitter time, including drive time. So we want these short and sweet and simple, but they're going to come in and you might have some approved munchies right on the counter. So it might be some, a little veggie tray, little tiny bottles of water, or some cups in there. Nothing fancy. You don't have to be Susie, homemaker, hostess with the mostest. We want it duplicatable. So make it simple. The first 10 minutes we're mingling. We're just getting to know everybody. So, you're introducing your friends because maybe they don't know each other. You're finding out, okay, tell me how you're benefiting from the drops, and you've already tried them or you haven't tried them yet. What are your goals? And you're just connecting with the people. And then you're going to share the presentation that's on boards. And I would practice it a couple times with, your buddy or your best friend or your spouse or whomever, but it's simple. It's going to take you 7 minutes at the most to walk through that presentation. And then at the end, you're just going to ask, okay, we would love to partner with you. Anybody that just wants to try a box for the first time or wants to get another box from me, let me know. I've got boxes right here. Anybody that wants to sign up for a deeper discount, we'll decide if we're going to get you 1 box, a 4-pack, or a 10-pack, depending on your goals. And we're just going to help close them out there. And then you're just going to mingle. Like the whole thing with all, outside of, the mingle time, 30 minutes, absolutely max, so they can get out the door and back in their day. So that's what a drop talk looks like. I would find somebody in your town that wants to do it with you so that you've got somebody to help you with the nerves, but just know they're super simple. It's nothing hard, and you can kind of go from there. And that's kind of it for our advanced training. So I'm going to stop my broadcast and pull this back up, and I'm going to see if I can stop my recording. So bear with me here.